The Dominion Training School for Dental Nurses is at the main dental clinic in Wellington. Completed in 1940, this building is as well equipped for its purpose as any in the world. The course takes 2 years, and nearly 100 nurses complete their training every year. In the latter part of the training course, when nurses work on patients in the 50-chair main surgery, their work is under the constant supervision of dental surgeon instructors who have qualified at a university dental school. The instructor checks each step in the preparation of a filling. Dummy jaws are used for preliminary training. These are real teeth set in composition. Much of the preliminary instruction is given by dental tutor sisters who have graduated within the school dental service. The carving of huge plaster teeth gives trainees an intimate knowledge of tooth structure and encourages dexterity. The instruction is extremely thorough and includes lectures on human anatomy and physiology, as well as dental pathology. A trained dental nurse must know the background of her subject, and so she learns not only about teeth, but about such things as the heart and lungs as well. Trainee nurses attend the Wellington Technical College School of Art and learn to make posters, which will be useful when they come to do dental health teaching in schools. The work also helps to train their fingers. The best posters from the art school are used for display. However, the training aims at making them skilled operatives on children's teeth. In a special theatre, they have practical instruction in the handling of patients and instruments. The school dental service gives much time to preventive dentistry. Children attending a clinic are shown the correct way to brush their teeth. Often, small children coming to the clinic for the first time receive a good deal of attention to make them feel at ease, so that they'll look forward to future appointments. A doll made from cotton wool is a good morale builder. There are separate rooms for the unduly nervous patients or for patients recovering from extractions, and nurses may spend some time calming the children's fears. For a dentist's waiting room, this is a pretty lively place, and children are inclined to come well before appointment time to read the books and play with the toys. Nurses have their own lounge that they use in their lunch hour. Leading off this lounge is the cafeteria, where attractive lunches are served at a very low price. Nurses run the cafeteria themselves, taking turns to cook and serve behind the counter. Here they can apply the lessons they've learnt on diet. It makes a good example of practical community catering. Good health is an important qualification for a school dental nurse, and physical training takes place on the roof of the training school. Hostels are comfortable and well run by the Department of Health. All out of Wellington trainees live in these, where they get very good accommodation at a low rate. A social event of some significance for nurses is the graduation ball. This marks the end of their training and the dispersal to all parts of New Zealand of girls who've studied together for 2 long years. As the old draft goes, a new one arrives, and in a hostel lounge, a dental tutor sister tells them of the first days of the service.
During the early days of the service. Early days were 25 years ago, and that's a long time back.
Many nurses going to small towns to establish clinics in the early 20s must have needed all their enthusiasm when they saw their future clinics. Old cloakrooms in town halls, rooms behind shops, whatever rooms could be found. Many of them were badly lit and carried the dust of years. Even to pioneers, they looked unpromising. All the same, these rooms were transformed into clinics. Sometimes there was no water laid on. Often instruments had to be sterilized over a primus stove. And there were times when a nurse had to choose between a partly completed filling and a blazing primers.
The usual thing when that happened was to throw the primers right through the window.
Today's nurses are very proud of their clinics. Based on standard designs, there are over 450 of these well-equipped units throughout New Zealand. Accommodating 1 or 2 nurses, they're light, roomy and convenient. Their usual situation is in school grounds, and each nurse is responsible for about 500 patients. The school dental nurse does most of her work in the clinic on patients from the school or the immediate district, perhaps by herself, or as here, sharing a clinic. She may even have a mobile clinic, but in all cases, her work will be the same. Wherever the school dental nurse works, she receives regular visits from a qualified dental officer who checks her work and advises her on any difficulties. Conferring with the headmaster, the nurse discusses health education of children and parents. There is more to her work than repairing the teeth of her young patients. She primarily wants to save teeth from decay.
This is the drawing I have done. It's the drawing of a tooth that's been cut right down the middle. Every molar in your head looks like this. First of all, there's the enamel on the outside, then the dentine, and then the pulp in the middle. Like an apple, with the skin on the outside, and then the flesh of the apple, and the core in the middle. The bone runs...
For health education, a nurse may organize and take part in a radio play.
Well, girls and boys, tonight we have more adventures with Billy Boy. Billy Boy was in the garden and looked up and saw Humpty Dumpty.
I fell off the wall once.
Did you, Humpty Dumpty? Didn't you get broken?
No. Luckily, I fell into Mary, Mary, quite contrary's garden. You know, she grows all the vegetables for us, which are good for our teeth, especially carrots.
Nurses have produced school pantomimes with a dental health message.
Touch my hand, the fairies will come out of the tree. night before you go to bed. Now clap your hands and promise. I promise. Now all you children, clap your hands and promise to clean your teeth every morning and every night before you go to bed.
Parents' meetings may be addressed.
Early treatment in dental decay is most important. School dental nurses not only give your children dental treatment, but also show them how to look after their teeth at home. And this is where you parents can help. By your cooperation in the home, we can make real progress in the prevention of dental decay.
There are ways of teaching the very young.
Now wait for the girls and boys. Come on, I want you to talk to the girls and boys. Now I'm going to ask you a question, Johnny. Will you answer me? Did you clean your teeth this morning? How many times, Johnny? 3 times, my word. Did you eat your crusts this morning, Johnny? Oh, you naughty boy. Shy now, isn't he? My word. Johnny, did you forget to eat your crust? You won't have nice strong teeth when you grow up, will you?
The school dental nurse has a big part to play in the lives of the children. She has many chances to widen the scope of her work and to contribute to the health of the community in her district. One of the new public servants, she works in a service unique in the world, a service that New Zealand has been pioneering for over a quarter of a century.